Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. I wanted to go over the fake news op-ed final writing task for this unit. And as you see here at the top and also at the top in Schoology, it's due October 10th, this Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So within this tab, you're going to see an explanation of the task, the culminating writing task of the prompt, questions to consider, page requirements and other requirements, and an explanation of the counterclaim. So as you see at the top, as we discussed last week, your culminating writing task should follow the conventions of a written argument to be published as an op-ed for an online print or news source. An op-ed is an opinion editorial in which you take a position and support your position with evidence drawn from the text that we've discussed in class. And those two texts that you will be using are the Dominowski article, which was the one about the Stanford experiment where students had a dismaying inability to tell fake news from real. And you're going to have a choice of one of the two jigsaw text activities. So within that jigsaw text activity, there were two articles. One about Facebook and Google and the fake news in the election in 2016. And the other one was about fake news and the Las Vegas shooting hoaxes. So in total, your op-ed needs to make use of two sources. One has to be the Dominowski article, which we've read twice, and one can be one of the two jigsaw text articles. So as you're going through and you're thinking about what to write, you completed your graphic organizer from last week, questions to consider: who is responsible for fact-checking the news and preventing fake news from spreading information? Right? The prompt is asking you, to what extent is the media platform responsible and what extent is the consumer responsible? Is one more responsible than the other? Is it a 50-50 relationship? That opinion is up to you. One thing I want to emphasize is that I'm not grading you on your opinion. I'm grading you on your ability to support your opinion with evidence. And because it is opinion, an op-ed, which is different from a lot of other rhetorical analysis that we've written, you can use I, me, my, I feel, I think, I argue, I believe. This is your opinion, so don't be afraid to make it known that it is your original thoughts. In terms of requirements, your paper will be a maximum of 2 pages. If you go over a little, that's fine, but please try to adhere to this page requirement as much as possible. 2 pages, Times New Roman, double-spaced. In terms of evidence, you must include 4 direct quotes and at least 2 from each source from the sources that we've read in class. And again, Dominowski article and one of the 2 jigsaw texts. Those 4 direct quotes should already be present in your graphic organizers from last week, so you should have no problem using those. And of course, feel free to use more if you would like. Also, your op-ed must include a counterclaim. And remember, a counterclaim is where you address what people who disagree with you argue, you explain why you disagree with those people, and you've also explained how your argument can refute theirs or go against theirs, or ultimately how your argument or your opinion is correct. Under here, you'll see that there is an op-ed template for you as a Google Drive assignment. So you're going to go ahead and open that up, and you'll see I began it for you, right? I got page numbers up here for you. Your name, my name, class, and the date. Title, you can title it whatever you want. Come up with a creative title. You could just put the title for the assignment, what have you. And then, of course, you're just going to begin typing here. One last thing I want to mention, please take a look at the rubric underneath. I include this for you on purpose, give you an opportunity to view it. So before you even begin the writing assignment, you have an idea of what I'm looking for, right? There's a section here about your introduction and thesis. Effectively introduces the topic by providing context, background information, and that you take a strong, clear, and arguable position on the topic, right? I shouldn't have any guess as to what your thesis is. And remember, the graphic organizer from last week included a sentence frame for your thesis. I'm also looking at your support of argument. How do you use strong textual evidence to cite? It must include 4 or more pieces of textual evidence, at least 2 from each source. Your analysis must demonstrate a selective and critical reading of each source, and make sure you use that evidence, of course, to support your chosen position. And if you see here, there's one section that focuses on the counterclaim and rebuttal alone. So this acknowledges possible counterclaims and effectively refutes them. So in the presentation that's included in Schoology this week, there's a couple slides on counterclaims, and there's also one with an example counterclaim that you can use as a model. Then the conclusion, a well-crafted conclusion, summarizing your position without being too repetitive, right? We don't want to just copy and paste from the introduction. And most importantly, your call to action or your promising solution, right? That's the last part of the prompt, which asks you to propose a solution of how we can solve the issue of the prevalence of fake news on social media. And the last category is academic tone, language, and conventions. So here I'm looking at your tone, right? We need professional language, academic language, use of transitions, MLA format, and of course, grammar and mechanics. And please, right, this is due on October 10th at 11:59 p.m. Do not wait last minute. You lose 10% each day that is turned in late. And as this is your last assignment, you want to turn it in and get as many points as possible. So I hope you find this helpful. Please email me if you have any questions, and good luck. Have fun with it.